Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to American Truck Simulator Back to Basics. So I'm in a little bit of a stint of a few episodes where I'm trying to head west, get back to my garage. And the reason I'm doing that is I've gone ahead a couple episodes ago now, made the decision that the hazmat tanker just really wasn't working out the way I was hoping. I was spending more time trying to figure out where to go to get something I could haul than I was kind of doing what I should be doing, which was hauling. So I've decided to swap the tanker out for a dry van. Unfortunately, when you buy that, you know, they got to deliver it to one of the garages you own, and the only garage I own is over in Salt Lake City. So I'm taking jobs trying to get back in that direction, and hopefully in the next few episodes at most we'll be there. So let's take a look at what this time will bring. We're here in Denver, as you can see. We're trying to get to Salt Lake City. I don't think we're going to be able to get quite that far. Alright, so I'm just going to mention this load because this is somewhat what I'm hoping. You know, with the dry van, there's some hazmat, there's some fireworks that you can do. So I'm hoping that's what I'll be getting, where I'll have some options. But I think the farthest I'm going to be able to get here is Grand Junction. It's not actually too bad. It's almost 300 miles, so that's pretty much close to the limit that I can normally go. But this pays a little bit better. It's going to get me over 12. And we're going to go ahead and take tableware between the FedEx facility and the Home Depot. Alright, so we just dropped off a load here in the rail yard, the BNSF rail depot. It's only 1 in the afternoon. I should be able to get this load done today still. Well, if I had taken the Pepsi lemonade, I would have just been able to go right there. That was another load that I had that could have gone to Denver. But tableware was worth a little bit more, especially with the with the fragile cargo. So I've got some XP bonus possibilities, because leveling up is also something that I'm interested in doing, because it'll help me improve my truck, it'll help me improve my trailer. There are things that are definitely locked right now that I can't do. So alright, we are headed to, what was it? FedEx, that's right. So it's not over here, so we're going to have to go to the left. I could go to the map and have it tell me right away, but first off, I'm sure it'll tell me once I get out on the road. But, alright. Oh, do not enter. So we won't do that.
Get ready to turn left.
So that'll take me by the possible headquarters location, as one of these days, if I decide to expand, I could own a garage right here outside the Pepsi facility in Denver. You know, and the nice thing is there's a big airport here and whatever, but
keep right, and then
that place
right.
could be mine one of these days. You never know. Probably not. This is too close.
Right.
I'd say it's too close to Salt Lake City, but, you know, who knows. Alright, so we are headed back. Well, we're not headed back, we're continuing. Oh no, we are going east instead of west, so we're headed back toward the, oh, we might be going to the FedEx facility by the airport. So, but we should get there pretty quickly, because we obviously aren't hauling anything.
Right.
So a tractor's usually pretty capable of hauling its own self down the road. But that gets us there.
And then turn right.
Burger King,
Turn right.
the competitor to McDonald's. Yes, I am just trying to find random things to talk to you about as we go. Ooh, we got a viewpoint we can take in. This should probably be the airport, so this could be kind of cool. Because the Denver airport is intriguing. If you've never seen it, it looks a bit like a circus venue. I was going to say circus tent, but it's more like circus tents. I'm not sure what the architects were thinking of when they decided to do it, and the people who authorized them to do it were thinking. I think it's honestly one of the stupider designs of an airport I've ever seen. It's certainly, if you ever see a picture of it, you'll be like, oh, that's Denver. I mean, it helps with that, but you could have put like a giant orange spot on it and would have done the same thing. And it would have probably had the same effect as to, yeah, this looks good. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's some sort of tie to the Denver community that, maybe circuses started here. Maybe it's not a circus tent at all. I think I've heard something about it's like sails and wind and, how, because it's up in the air and it's mile high and this and that, it's supposed to evoke something. I don't like it. And then when they opened, they had this huge problem where they had this state-of-the-art technology in the baggage sorting system. And I think it took them years to resolve it. They were losing bags, things were delayed. It was just a disaster. So all in all, it's like, and then they have, the demon horse out at the gate. That's the other thing they talk about. Oh, this is just a recruitment agency, but we are gonna, all right, we did discover it. We are gonna get close enough because we do want that. So never mind, we don't even have a viewpoint. How sad is that? I don't know that I need a trucking facility discovered, but we could always pull out that way. Alright, did I not go in the right place? I don't understand. The FedEx sign is here, but maybe it doesn't quite get me where I need to be. I don't know. I mean, the trailer's in the middle.
When possible, make a U-turn.
I shouldn't need to make a U-turn. I think I can get there from here, no? I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. Could be further back. I don't know why they'd leave that tractor out in the middle like that. That's kind of rude and ridiculous, but whatever. Alright, there it is. So just parked behind the building, and we are ready to go. Little Prius there. Yep, little Toyota Prius with the Colorado plates. Quite nice. Yes, I had to cough again, so I was just wasting time as I was waiting. Is there another Prius? I don't think that there would be that many Priuses at a FedEx facility. It just doesn't seem to be the demographic that would be about saving the environment, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being hostile and mean to FedEx employees. Or FedEx Distribution Center employees. I don't know. Alright. So we've got that. Again, we'll reset. 286 miles. Let's get rolling. It's the old adage for the truck drivers. If the wheels aren't spinning, you're not making it any money. So, we definitely don't want to camp out. Well, this guy looks like he's having fun. That's a forklift, sir. I don't know why he's just standing there looking at it, but he is. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the left because I'm going to be a rebel. No, I'm going to the left because there is a truck dealership over here, and at least we'll get it discovered and get it added to our repertoire. In the event, who knows, maybe one of these days we'll want a truck that is in a facility like this one, and maybe this is a brand that we haven't seen yet, so it'll help. And I can get on the interstate over here. But this kind of gets me closer to the airport, Is this what? A Volvo? I can't quite tell. No, international. Okay.
Go straight.
Hello? I'm like, is it seriously not going to discover it? But it did. Alright, so
Keep left. And then turn left.
we definitely want to get over here.
Turn left.
We'll try, but we gotta wait for the arrow. Oh, I see the headlight indicator next to the 90 degrees. I was wondering about that the other day. I was, like 2 episodes ago, it was getting dark, and I've gotten hit for the headlight ticket before, and I'm like, do I have my lights on? I don't see an indicator. Because, yeah, I'm not driving with any of my sim dashboard stuff or anything. Because it's pretty straightforward at this point, so just not feeling the need for it. So I'm just sticking with kind of straight in-game stuff with no additional help. Man, this is taking a long time. I had an option for a heavy haul the other day. I'm glad I didn't take it. I can't even move a dry van of tableware. This is crazy. But yet another reason why I'd like to level up, because I only have a 370 horsepower engine in this thing, and I think I need to get closer to like 550 or so. That'll put me in decent shape to be able to do a lot of different things if I want to,
Left.
but
And then turn left.
we'll see if it makes sense, because the other
Turn
side
left.
of it is, should be okay. Whoops. I was trying to avoid the red light, but now I'm making an insanely fast turn with a bunch of fragile tableware, so let's not. Alright. So now we are on the way, but we got a lot of mountain driving ahead of us, I believe. So I think this is going to turn into a longer time than a normal 300-mile route should take. Now, we've done 12, but we've also been going in the wrong direction. So the reality is we probably need to take 15 of those miles or 10 of those miles off and say that we probably need to get to like 296 before we get there. So keep that in mind. I'll forget, but you can yell at the screen and remind yourself, because I won't be able to hear you, so you won't be able to remind me.
Keep left.
But not quite up to speed yet, but we're getting there. The hope is then next load that I can go from whatever it is here, Colorado Springs, is that where we're going? I think so. That I can go from Colorado Springs to Salt Lake City and make it. Otherwise, it'll be 2 more episodes before we get to our facility. So that'll be a bit of time. I may also, because I have gotten the hankering to just kind of do a trucking sim marathon right now, because I know I've been few and far between, and I've kind of gotten off the 8-day schedule that I had, and that became more of the Euro Truck Simulator not coming together anywhere near as fast as I was hoping. I mean, I think I was thinking 3 months maybe would be the longest. I think we're going on 6 or 7 months now. It's been crazy. And I really would hate... I really don't want to make major changes in that series. Because it's got a bunch of mods, it's doing the real economy. Like, if I swap the whole map structure out, that's just really going to change the dynamic if I just kind of go to default stuff. I suppose I could drive in an older version and just kind of... what did it run into where it thought it needed to slow down? I don't understand. So I'm thinking my dynamic cruise control felt it was going to hit something and it applied the brakes, and now I'm going to get to slow down for nothing as I'm trying to climb into the mountains, so this just makes things even worse. So, yeah, I mean, because I do enjoy it, and because I haven't had a good amount of content, those of you that enjoy it as well are probably like, hey, where's the trucking content? All I'm getting is golf and flight sim, and that's kind of been it. And I do thank folks for sticking around if you have. I usually, if I'm going to like totally step away from something, like I think I did this with Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo, that I just determined I'm terrible at, and while I may eventually pick at them on my own a little bit, I just don't know that it's mature simmer channel worthy type of thing. It was just being very, very difficult. I don't know. But either way, the point being, I at least kind of made a comment on those, like, yeah, this might not happen, this might not go along. City Skylines 2 is a little bit like that. I might resurrect that now that they've supposedly patched things, but I'll tell you, I'm not hearing good things from the YouTubers that are going into it. You've kind of got the fanboys that almost, I think, feel like they have to be upbeat, because otherwise they lose their special golden child status with Paradox and Colossal Order. But for those of us that are more independent and don't have anything to lose, I think those channels are being still pretty critical about the fact that they may have lost the audience for that, and it may never come back, because they just may have botched the rollouts so badly. Paradox Mods is out now, but it's not that good. They certainly haven't made a case of why abandoning the Steam Workshop made sense. They've released one little DLC, the Beach Properties, that was part of this Ultimate Edition that I was one of the people that had paid for that to get all the content, and it basically has like 3 buildings in it, and it makes like 0 difference, and so just overall they're still getting slammed as nothing that exciting, and so it hasn't drawn me back in. But I'd probably be more likely to start up continuing City Skylines again than I would be Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo. Not that I don't like those genres, it's just they're challenging. But heading into the Eisenhower Tunnel, 1973. President Eisenhower was in the 50s, if I recall correctly. World War II hero. Rode that to the presidency. So, not something that isn't common, maybe even worldwide. I mean, there's leaders in other foreign countries too that became popular because of their war exploits and what they did. So, and our first leader, George Washington, I mean, he kind of got there being the general who won our independence. So we were somewhat founded on the military leader tradition, taking over of, hey, you represented the country well, versus sometimes where some countries have military leaders who do a military... What? Oh. How is it 35? That makes no sense. How is it 35 through here? Oh, I see. Trucks are 30. Okay, alright, well. Let's lower ourselves down. I did not realize this. I'm wondering if this is a change. I swear I've been through here before and it's not been like this. Good, yeah, you can clearly see it's 60, but the trucks are 35 on the sign, on the speed limit signs. Huh. Who knew? So yeah, this'll take... And maybe I wasn't on this interstate, because I think this is Interstate 70. And I think I'm typically crossing on Interstate 80. So that might be part of the challenge. So, did not realize we were going downhill, but we have a runaway truck ramp, which is interesting. I swear we were climbing, but... Alright. So we're going to get around him. Can I go faster now? I don't think so. My GPS is still telling me 35. So yeah, I'm getting violations left and right. I got a red light violation, I think, in the last episode. Now I've got a speeding ticket. One of the new things they've introduced at one point was, whatchamacallit, kind of a stat tracker or a profile that makes things a little more interesting. Alright, end. So now we can go back up. Alright, get ourselves up to 65. That will help. I'm going to stay over here until someone gets behind me, because I'm thinking I should be able to catch him. I could be super, super wrong, but we're going to find out, because we're almost up to... Well, now we're stuck on 55. We are climbing, but... And I guess that works out, because this turn is 55. Probably would be okay. Keep hitting the microphone. I apologize for that. But I probably should be okay with 65. Alright, I'm going to move over. I guess I was wrong. We are not going to catch him. I thought we would. Alright, turn that off. What are you doing? Blinking the other way. Alright, I should be alright. I don't know, that next turn looks kind of sharp. It's a 50. Do I chance it? I'm not hauling anything that super heavy, so I may. Especially since I'm only going 55. So yeah, we're just going to leave it go. I think there's another tunnel here. Oh no, this is Glenwood Canyon, so this is where we do a lot of weaving. And I think we're on a bridge almost the whole time. So basically the two directions of the highway end up almost being on top of each other at some points through the canyon here. So definitely a really cool design of an interstate getting through places. But clearly you can see, I think they had to dynamite certain things out here. I mean, the canyon may have looked like that. I don't know. My cold is going to get me or someone else killed. I'm sitting there again, reaching down to mute so that you don't have to listen to me clear my throat. And I'm rolling all over the place and getting out of my lane. But there we go. Got a river in the middle. So speed limit's 50, but not quite sure that it makes a whole lot of sense, because I think that will change. Could be wrong. Maybe I'll get another speeding ticket. We'll just turn it into a ticket frenzy here. But yes, my thoughts are, given that I'm probably going to have 6-7 episodes here, maybe I'll fill the gap and just do an American truck, or do a truck simulation episode every 4 days, and filling the gap of not having Euro Truck a little bit, and kind of refill the pipeline with some truck simulator content, so that there's new stuff for people to view who have been following along. That is one of the pains I've discovered trying to do the YouTube journey, is you sit there and you watch, and every day, you know, you've got on your dashboard the biggest analytic right in the center at the top is current subscribers, and you can see how many you've gotten in the last 28 days and so forth. And I've been very, very consistent between 25 and 30 new subscribers every 28 days. And again, I appreciate every single one of you guys. I love it, but periodically I'll see that number go down 1 or 2. And, you know, I may be guessing entirely wrong. But a lot of times I'm like, oh, they probably like this, and I haven't done a video for 2 months on something. And then I start to feel a little guilty and whatever. But like I said, the truck sim thing has been pulling at me for a bit. And what I really, when I was doing some soul searching of why I haven't been diligent in the American truck sim every 8 days, that's kind of what led me to make the decision I did about the trailer, is that seems to have dampened my enthusiasm about working at this, because I just felt it was becoming more of a slog to chase loads. Alright. So 286, 296, so we're getting close. And yeah, this is, as I figured, not progressed as quickly. Oh, someone overheated. It says we're down to 82 degrees on my dashboard. So it's cooled down a bit, but it's still a little warm. So yeah, the one thing they haven't changed yet in Truck Simulator, I think that's been a request for a while, you know, but definitely a request ever since I've been playing, which now is probably going on 2-3 years, has been, oh, it'd be great to have snow, it'd be great to have snow. But basically, my understanding is Truck Simulator is perpetually on June 22nd, kind of the longest daylight day of the year, and that is kind of how they built it, and so that way you have as much daylight as you can have as you drive. Speaking of daylight, it looks like I might need to rest when I get there, or it'll be really close, but we're getting up there. Alright, we're not too far away at this point. We're actually going at 65, so I think we've gotten most of the climbing behind us. I wish there were some easily visible elevation signs, or any elevation signs. They may be around, I just haven't seen them, but because I am curious, are we substantially higher than a mile up? You know, where are we at? We left Denver, the mile-high city. I would think we're higher here, because I do believe the Continental Divide is to the west of Denver, so we'd have to climb up and come back down. I would think by now we would have crossed it. I wasn't really looking for any signs. I was just more focused on driving and not coughing into the microphone and things like that, but the point being, we are now kind of going at the highest speed we can, so we're covering as much ground as we can. But I am surprised that, given even going to get the load, I think this has only been like 20 minutes that we've been driving with the load. So I've actually covered the distance a good bit quicker than I expected. I thought we were easily going to be well over half an hour on the episode. Alright, and so yes, so 286 we're coming up on now, but we can see our location. Alright, we're discovering Grand Junction. I'm going to put this on. We're going to end up in here and then hit the brakes because it's going to slow us down. But it's the next exit, so I'm not going to pass them before that. I'm not going to be a reckless truck driver trying to dive in or something just to gain a few 100 feet. Of course, as I do that, then yes, we're climbing uphill after I slowed down.
And then exit right.
So that isn't wonderful.
Exit right.
But another delivery in the sunset. Alright, so we're yielding here. Ah, it's one of these intersections. I don't mind these, but there are people that hate them. My parents live down in Florida. They put one of these in near them. They're over near the Tampa area. And they said people intentionally avoid the intersection over the interstate because they hate driving over the bridge in this configuration. I don't understand it. I think these are really efficient. I think, again, I'm sure that's why they did it. But Americans are a stubborn bunch of, I don't know, I won't use an expletive here, but sometimes we're just really, really bad at doing things that are good for us. Probably a lot of times we're really bad at that. It's a stubborn, nobody's going to tell me what to do, nobody's going to do whatever, and then people like make bad personal habits, they do bad choices for the community. There's just been way too much of that. I hope that turns around.
And then turn left.
I'm not sure it will. I'm banking on the young folks to bring back sanity, but anyway. It's a trucking series. It's not a political series. We'll leave it at that. I'm sure that gives anybody more than enough information of where I stand at this point, having traditionally been in the what would be called the quite conservative camp traditionally, but I just can't. I can't. So anyway, enough of that, or I could go on forever. People suddenly want this to turn into Mature Simmer talks politics as he drives, I could probably do that, but that might chase most of the audience away. So we'll try not to do that. As we look at the Dunkin' Donuts, I'm not sure what that D is that's beyond there. That's not a symbol I'm used to, because it's a lot of real companies there, but it's like it's the chicken place, but the bucket hasn't been replaced from whatever the in-game one is. Alright. So we are there.
Go straight.
So this is like a Home Depot distribution center. This is not a Home Depot store, which is what I thought I was doing. Right. Okay, I guess we'll do what it tells us to do. I was thinking of going straight and going around the back, but I guess this is going to get me there better.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, where is the road? Where is the road? Yeah, this is not good, because now I have to... Why did it send me this way? Because it does look like you can go up in between, but clearly you can't. Like, the store is blocking everything. So it is. It's like there's a Walmart, but there's also a distribution center or something behind it. Because, yeah, there's just a lot here. This is going to be interesting. I'm not sure what this is going to turn into. Alright, are we parking in there? No. Oh, come on. Can I not get over there now? Okay, now I'm upset with the GPS. There's a fence here. So I literally can't get where I need to get. And now I'm going to have to try to turn around, probably do damage to the trailer, because, yeah, I mean, all I'm doing is skidding that around. Well, that was really disappointing. Alright, well, clearly we're going to be resting again before we get another load. And it'll be easy enough because, yeah, I'm kind of on the path of... I want to get to Salt Lake and I want to run a load with my new trailer. So I'm kind of doing that. So however long that takes, I'm going to have, you know, that many episodes in the can, as they say. But, yeah. So what I was going to do, like, Why don't I trust myself, right? I was going to go right into the back, and then it's like, turn right. Okay, and then I'm like, oh, there's some opening here. No, there isn't. Not unless I want to go through the little forklift door that's there that I'm clearly not going to fit in. I usually don't get angry or frustrated in Trucking Simulator, but I'm a little of both. So, take a deep breath, calm down. So, yeah, it doesn't replace the containers. They still just say home store, but all right. Whoop. I'm a little messed up in my camera. But yeah, the question is, because I'm thinking I'm going to have to still turn around to park here, because I think I know what this parking is. It's right here. Yep. So, I mean, there's a little bit more room to do that, but we were literally on the other side of that fence. So, the GPS let me down there. That's all I can say. It was very disappointing. I gotta go further than this. That's too sharp. Too sharp of a turn. I'm sorry, I'm flying the camera everywhere. It's gotta be very, disorienting. Alright, let's see if we can make this work. I might be too close to the fence. Guess we'll see if the truck yells at me. It didn't, so I guess I'm alright. Question is, can I get myself where I need to be? I don't know what's coming in a FedEx trailer to Home Depot, frankly. It's kind of funny, now that I think about it. Alright, I think I did alright. I'm almost getting good at this. You know, sometimes, if you think back, I tend to usually fumble around, but of course, you get feedback from people who know what they're doing and do this job. So I had several truckers tell me, do not, unless you must, do not do a blindside parking job, because that's just, you're like setting yourself up for a problem. So I think honestly that may have been what helped me, because now I'm usually not doing that and I do better. Alright, so there we go. We'll drop the load. We should be over 100,000. I don't think we have enough experience to level up yet, but the fragile gives us 113 extra points. That helps. That was part of it. Alright, next one we should, unless I get to take a really slow one, but again, I'm trying to get to Salt Lake, which is not short. I said a slow one. A short one is what I meant. But we are over 100,000. 105, so done well. Took a little bit of time because of the wonderful GPS-induced disaster of going around the wrong side of the Walmart. Or the Home Depot, sorry. Did say Walmart on the front. But in any event, we're here. We made it. If you're not a subscriber yet, please consider doing that. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you have not dropped a like yet, please consider that as well. And I will see you next time.